What is going on, guys? In this episode, I am going to be talking about the time I greened out at school. Now I have two versions. It's greened out at school and greened out in general. So I'll tell that in another video. But this one is just the main greening out at school. And so back when I was in grade 10, I was not a good student, to say the least. I didn't do shit. I didn't do my work. I wasn't even a good fucking student. I almost failed half my classes, which, you know, that's not a good thing at all. And yeah, kind of disappointed myself for that, but that's my fault for being an idiot. And yeah, anyway, so there was this one time where I a few of my friends at my old school. I don't do this anymore, but a few of my friends at my old school used to have dab pens, right? And so I would hit it once in a while, because I didn't really care. I was like, okay, well, it's not gonna affect me, right? Oh, how wrong I was. Anyway, I knew it wasn't going to affect me, and so I was like, okay, well, let me just take a hit, right? Hit here and there, I'll be fine. I won't be geeked long. Mind you, I hadn't done weed up to this point, right? And so I end up hitting this person's cart, right? And we're in her car, and I hit the person's cart, and I hit it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and I start coughing like a fuck ton, right? And I'm like, okay, this won't affect me much, right? I'm just suspecting it's gonna hit me a little bit, not much, but just enough to tilt me over the edge a little bit, you know what I mean, just calm me a little bit. Oh fuck no, I was wrong. So we're sitting there in the car, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll be fine, right? Nope. We decide to go to this abandoned house. So we run. We have to run across this highway and run, right? Which is one of the worst things you could do when you're already have that shit in your system. Mind you, it hadn't kicked in yet. And so we're sitting there, and I'm like, okay, well, this ain't good, but whatever. And so we run into the abandoned house, and the second we get in there, boom. It's almost like this shit fucked me up. Mind you, this was the first time I had ever greened out. So I was fucking terrified. And so I'm sitting there in this house, stumbling around, right? I was stumbling around, walking around, trying to get it out of my system. And I'm like, okay, fuck this, I gotta go. And so I run out of the house. Mind you, everything looked so fucking bright because it was my first time greening out. And so I hadn't dealt with that state. And so I was running around in this yard trying to get back to the kid's car. And so finally I'm at the highway, and I run back to her car. And I get in the car, and they look at me, and they're like, Chase, you look so fucked up right now. I guess my eyes had gone bloody, bloodshot red. And I remember this whole thing, right? And I'm like, okay, that's not good. So I get her to calm me down. I get her kid I'm with to calm me down. And we're all sitting there, and then we go to the store. Mind you, I start buying all this food, right? Because I'm hungry at this point. And so I buy all this food, and I bring it with me. I didn't eat any of it. I ate nothing of it. I just grabbed it, paid for it, and then we left. And we go back to school. Mind you, I'm still fucked up, right? And so Darius was with me. And so Darius has to start walking me around school so I don't go fucking do something stupid. And I don't remember being at school at all. I don't remember being at school or getting back to the school. I remember getting food, and then my memory drops from there. All I remember is I wanted to go home, but I couldn't because I didn't want my mom to see me in this state. And so I end up from the food store we were at, Harry's Foods, all the way to my high school at the time. I don't remember anything of that. And so we get to the school. I don't remember walking up to school. All I remember is we were in science, right? And we walk into science, and this is the first time I had ever geeked out, and we were late. So the teacher has to fucking let us in. Mind you, this teacher, I swear to God, had it out for me, man. Like, he would be friendly to me some days, and another day he would be pissed off at me, yelling at me in the hallways. And so we get into science class, and I thank the Lord this guy didn't look at my eyes, because he would have seen how walking red they were. And I would have had to explain that I was crying, quote unquote. Anyway, I end up sitting down in science class, and I start writing stuff, and I kept looking. Like, I was fucking scared that the teachers were kept looking at me. Like, my mind kept alluding that they were looking at me. And so that was probably suspicious, but they probably thought I was just, like, energized by an energy drink or something. Because that does happen to me when I drink energy drinks. But I was just sitting there, and I start writing down the notes, and I eat my food, and slowly it starts to wear off. And by the time I'm in history class, mind you, I had an excellent history teacher. I could sit there and do jack shit, and I would be all right. So I just sat there, was on my phone or the computer. I just had my head down, and he left me alone. And then I ended up going home and falling asleep after getting off the bus. Honestly, that is the worst trip I had ever had at, like, school. Mind you, at that point, I never did that shit again at school, because I just didn't like the effect of it and how it, like, treated my body at that point. I didn't like it, and nor that you shouldn't be on drugs at school. I was being stupid, but moral of the story is don't do drugs at school or ever. Don't fuck up your head. Be good. I don't know why I do that shit sometimes, man. Okay, so I decided to fuck it and just add, like, the final portion of the video. And so it's greening out at school, and then it cuts to greening out IRL. It's the same part, but I'm just going to name it, like I said in the beginning, greening out part 1 and 2. Yeah, you'll see it on my YouTube channel. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you all for a great year. I have a final video coming out in a few weeks, so I will see you guys later. Thank you. Alright, guys, this is the second part of the greening out story. So this is greening out in general. So I'm gonna name it Greened Out with Friends or something like that. Anyway, so it was a Friday, and I think it was around May of this year, 2025. And so we were sitting there, and I was hanging out with Darius's girlfriend at the time. Don't ask me why. I just was, because we were going to go get Darius later, but I was kind of wanting to get fucked up. And so we end up taking I take one joint. I have one little joint, and I was fucked up. I was clearly screwed up. Mind you, we went to Birds Hill, took it, whatever, right? I took it, had some, it was fucked up. We go get food, and then we mess around a little bit and go get Darius. Now, I thank God Darius was with me this night, because I don't know where I'd be. Anyway, Darius is with us, and we drive around a little bit with him. We get food, we just sit there, right? And it's around 10 o'clock at this time, right? And so we end up going to one of Darius's girlfriend's houses. One of Darius's girlfriend's friend's houses. That makes no sense, but you get it. We go to this guy's house. Mind you, this guy was an older dude. Very nice guy, very caring, very understanding. I'd like to appreciate that. And so we're sitting there, and he has a beer, right? So I'm like, okay, shit, I'll try some. Mind you, this is when I started, like, liking beer, but I was like, okay, well, whatever, right? And so we're sitting in this guy's basement, which sounds so sketchy to say. I just fucking realized that, bro. That sounds so wrong. But anyway, we're sitting in this guy's basement that Darius's girlfriend knew. And so he has a bong, right? And so Darius's girlfriend takes a hit, right? And with how I am, sometimes I can't control how much I take. And so I'm sitting there, right? We're in this guy's basement. 1. Oh, shit, nothing. 2. Mind you, each of these fucking things were full to the brim with, like, weed. And I was smoking that shit until I couldn't. Yeah, you see the problem here. Fuck, 2 hits didn't fuck me up. I'm like, oh, fuck it, 3. That was I was gonna go for 4. 4 fucking hits. I am so happy that Darius' girlfriend stopped me at 3, man. Because third time's the charm. And so I'm sitting there, right? And I'm waiting for this shit to kick in. It kicks in, and I don't remember shit. All I remember is I was sitting on this one couch on the way, and then all of a sudden I'm crawling over Darius and Jamie. Jamie, yeah, Darius's girlfriend. Anyway, at the time, they're not dating anymore, but I'm just saying at the time they were. Anyway, I end up crawling over Darius, and I start talking to Jamie, and Jamie takes this video of me, and she's like, "You are so fucked up." And you look at my eyes in the picture she took, and it's bloodshot. Like my eye was completely red. You could see all like the redness just from me opening my eyelids, right? And so she took this video of me acting like a dumbass. And in the video you can see how fucked up my eyes were and how like reactive I was to it. And that's all I remember. And then I remember saying I didn't feel good, getting water, going outside, feeling like I was going to throw up. And I say, fuck no, I'm done. I tell Jamie, I want to go home. I want to go home, right? And I thank Jamie for this to this day for taking me home. I really appreciate her for that, honestly. And so we grab everything. I grab my stuff, right? I almost forgot something, but I grabbed it, threw it in my pocket, walk out. We go up the stairs. Mind you, I'm still wobbly. We get into Jamie's car, and I don't remember anything else from that night. I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember when I got home. I don't remember shit. All I remember is getting into Jamie's car after and us driving away, and that's all I remember. It's like there was a blank spot there, right? And so I end up going with Jamie, right? And so we get home. Darius takes me in, takes care of me. I wake up the next morning acting like I don't know what the fuck just happened, right? And honestly, that was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had, because in that state, I don't know if it was laced or not. It wasn't. Like, it wasn't laced, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in that state, you're freaking out. You don't know what the hell's happening. I thank the Lord that I don't do this shit anymore. Like, I gotta stay clean if I want to join the military and shit. But, like, man, I used to be a fucking dumbass when I was younger. Like, when I was 15 and shit, man, I used to do some messed up stuff that I honestly regret. Because it fucked up my school marks and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, this was greeting out with people. I honestly don't know of any other stories I could talk about. The abandoned house one I could do, but I'll probably leave that to next year.